Okay then, good morning year 4. So by this point you should have had a go at doing, if you're following the school day, which you don't have to have been, but if you have been, well done. At this point in the day you would have been through your big maths this morning. So we would have done our clicks, that would have taken us about 11 to 15 minutes. Then we would have had a go at doing our times table tests, which I'll be really keen to find out how you all got on with those, with our 2s and our 5s. And then we'll have a look at what we would have been doing this morning in maths. So, we would be looking at measurement and perimeter. So we know what perimeter is because we've been looking at that a bit this week. And perimeter is just calculating the length of the sides of a rectangle or a rectilinear shape, which if we remember what that means is just any shape where all the sides meet at a 90-degree angle. And we were calculating the perimeter, which was all of the sides added up to give us the total. So today we're going to have a look at converting units of measure. So what do you remember about the sides and angles of a square? Have a think to yourself really quickly. What do you remember about the sides and angles of a square? If there's someone with you while you're doing this, you can speak to them about it, or you can ask them what they know. You can tell them what you know. What do you think about the sides and angles of a square? Okay, so I'm going to have a go at seeing if I can maybe use one of these tools and actually see if I can plonk a square in here. Let's see if we can have a nice red one. Oh, there it goes. And what if I just rotated it like that? I'd be interested to find out who would still consider that to be a square compared to if I got myself one of these and put it next to it. Are they both squares? I'd imagine some people would be looking at that and thinking, oh, no, that's a diamond, Mr. Keeler. That is not a square. But I would say it's exactly the same. And if you saw me do the process, it's the same as having a normal square. It's just rotated 45 degrees. What do we notice about all the sides of a square then? They're all the same length, which means that all of the angles are also the same length. They're all 90-degree angles, and that's the same with the one that's been rotated as well. Someone once said to me that a square is also just a rectangle. It's just an equilateral rectangle because all of the sides on a rectangle, the ones that go up at the side are the same length, and the ones that go across the top and the bottom are the same length, and that's the same in a square. They just all happen to be the same length. So, now let's have a think about how many meters are in a kilometer. So see if you can think to yourself or speak to someone or write it down if you like to. How many meters are in a kilometer? Well, what do we think kilo means? If we can know how many meters are in a kilometer, what do we think kilo might mean? This may help us. So, it's a bit blurry, but 1 kilometer is the same as 1,000 meters. So kilo just means 1,000, really? Okay, and what units are used to measure the distances shown in this sign then? So if you can have a look, I'll try and underline it for you and I'll do it in red so it really stands out. It's a bit blurry again, but what you can see there is it says 1 km. 1 km. And 1 km literally just stands for 1 kilometer. And what we've got here is 2 km, and that will stand for 2 kilometers. Easy peasy. So, when we're paying really close attention now to what the question says, because if I was to misread this, how many meters away is the station, I might accidentally read it and think, how many kilometers away is the station, and just put the answer as 2. If I just write 2, then that would be wrong, because I haven't put my units, and I also haven't converted the units. So remember that we said that 1 kilometer is the same as 1,000 meters, and we've got 2 of them. So if we look at our bar model up here, we've got 2,000 kilometers up here, 2 kilometers, sorry, not 2,000, or we could write it as 2,000 meters. And we can see that we're going to split it in half. 1,000 meters and 1,000 meters. And it's really important to remember to put the units at the end so that I know I'm not dealing with kilometers or centimeters or liters or any other type of unit that we might know. So have a look at these two number lines. What do you notice is the same, and what do you notice is different? What do you notice is the same? What do you notice is different? So on the top number line, first of all, I noticed that it's written in meters this time. And on the bottom number line, it's written in kilometers. And I can also notice that there's a lot more intervals on the top number line than the bottom line. The bottom number line only has 1, 2, 3. The top number line has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 20 intervals. So how many meters do you think are here on the number line? And then if I was to try and plot an arrow on this number line at the bottom, what do you think would be the meters at this point on the number line? Have a little try. Have a think. See if you can figure it out. So we've got, on this number line is our first interval. We can count in ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it can clearly see that I'm going up in hundreds on this top number line, and I'm going up in meters. So I've got 100 meters on my first arrow. And then on this number line, it's a lot harder because I can only see where 1 kilometer is, where 2 kilometers is, and where 0 is. But what I can also see is that 1 kilometer and 1,000 meters are in the exact same point, as are 2,000 meters and 2 kilometers, and so are both of the zeros. So if I have a look where this arrow would be on the top number line, I've got 1,000 meters, 1,100, 1,200, and then I can see that this arrow on the same point would be 1,200 meters. So I can write my answer as 1,200 meters. And if you'd really like to have a try, how would you write this answer in kilometers? See if you can figure that one out. If you can't, don't worry. If you can, just give it a go. See if you can figure out what 1,200 meters would be. it would be, if you had to go at figuring it out, it would be 1.2 kilometers. Because you can see I've lost, when I look at my 1000 meter and my 1 kilometer, I've lost 3 spots in my place value. So my 1 moves down 1, 2, 3. My 1 would move to here. So my 1200 would also move down 3. 1, 2, 3, past the 0 in the 1s and into the 10ths. To make 1.2.